DJ SharpMC. Live. Back on the track. Alright. Let's make a beat. We got a lot of sounds. I like that sound, but I've learned from the past that you got to get all your ducks in a row before you start jamming. So, first we'll get the tempo. This is 175. That's 170. So why don't we make it simple for ourselves and start, let's check memory first before we get all crazy. Let's start with 170. And then on the sequence, we'll also make it 170. And we'll save. Gotta save often, because you run into crashes, you're gonna wish you saved. Alright. We're going to start with a beat. Alright, so I usually put it on note on, so it's only on when I press it. And then I usually check the sample and make sure it's on loop, if I'm going to loop it, which I am. This time, let's do 2 bars and see where it goes. Is the sample 2 bars or 4 bars? Maybe we'll check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's just a clean loop. Okay, cool. That's even better. 2 bars. 1, 2. Let's see where we're at. Alright, so that's going to be the loop. Drum loop, to be specific. Get the last of these 2.15 before we start struggling with 3.0. Alright, so we got the loop, and then I was listening to this one, I think it was. Yeah. That sounds like 4 bars. 4 bars. So we're going to double the length. So it's 4 bars. And then check the speed. It's 174. So we got to transpose it or time stretch it. I don't know why I say transpose. So 174 to 170. So it'll match. Do it. Alright, yeah, so I just downloaded Sub Factory, so we're going to try it out and do a deeper dive. Alright, so we got it. Let's check it real quick. Note on. Always when you do a time stretch, it messes up the endpoint, so you got to go back and check it. And let's drop this in. That doesn't sound like it needs to play all the time, so we're going to find another sound. I like that. That's 175. So 175, 170. We'll drop this in real quick. Just build up some tracks. Let's get started. Program edit, loop. So I like this. Alright, so now let's find some sounds. but I don't like where that too fast, too slow. Okay, let's try that. I think my other one sounded better. Just gotta erase that part. That might be better. That's better. See, it just takes a little bit of work. A little elbow grease, as my mom used to say when she was telling me about doing work. Sometimes you got to do it by hand. Anyway, so now let's pull out the star today, Sub Factory. All right, where are we at with Sub Factory? Let's start from the beginning. Let's go to Symbiosis. Let's check it out. Okay, so metal growl, huh? What else we got? Open growl. Wimp. Bro growl. I like that. Then this one, triangle. Okay, and then what else we got? I don't think I'm going to mess with the filters today. I'm just going to look at them. Okay, and the sample. That sounds groovy. Oh, it's a little long. Okay. Oh, and this is the filters for the sample. Side chain. Okay, and then cut off. Resonance. Velocity. I think that's good. I don't mess with the LFOs. Let's see about the effects. Chorus. Okay, so now can you still put the regular effects on it? You can. Okay, so then let's try delay reverb. Alright, let's see where this goes. All that for that little bit. Yeah, we're going to have to do more than that. That wasn't where I wanted to have that go, but that's okay. We'll just we'll keep it where it is and mute it, and then but I can't change that. I would need a new plug-in. I'm gonna look for a better sound. Because I don't want to waste plug-in memory because I'm already at 65, so I can't be like just adding shit just because it's fun. I gotta find a fit. What are these? These these are 808s. All right, let's just go through them real quick. Okay, let's go through the sustains. Okay, let's try that. And then what if is effect still on it? Okay, let's improve this effect. Reverb. I like it, but it sounds low. Why does it sound so low? Oh, that's why, because it distorts if it's higher. Well, this is going to be trickier than I thought. This is going to be trickier than I thought, people. Works. What else we got? No vocals yet, I don't think. Yeah, I think an alternate beat might be good right about here. Wait. 175, not 175.20. 175. 170. This will be an alternate drum beat, drum loop. Okay, so when you're doing an alternate drum loop, you still got to do all that stuff, but it makes sense to turn off the first drum loop so you can hear it. I think I'm going to turn off that pad. And then I need an alternate sound. Let's go ahead and put this down as drum loop 2. Oops. Wait a second. Drum loop 2. Let's save because I'm getting ahead of myself. This is going to be tricky. Alright, so drum loop 2. Okay, and then that sounds pretty cool. That's another 175. Maybe 175 is the 175 is the beat, because I found this 170, but it looks like there's a few more at 175. 175, 7%. Okay. let's see if this fits. Note on, loop. So I consider this like a top, because it can go like, let me show you. If I take this beat out, bring this beat in, it goes. So it sounds good, it's just a little bit louder than the other sounds, which is fine, because we can come here, go to gain change, and just take it down about 2 notches. Now it's a nice filler, top. And then filler, this should be part of it. So 175, we'll do another time change on this one. This sounds like it's just a good filler. This will be a real filler. And I always typically do the same thing. I go to note on, and then I check the sample and make sure it loops. And then what do we have lit? Nothing lit, so we can play it without interruption. It almost sounds like a transition, so I'm gonna call it fill and then X-fur, because it's almost like a transition beat. Let's check it with the drum loop. Okay, so that's good. We'll go back to this beat for now. See what else we got. I got lots of sounds. I like the way that sounds. So let's fix it. I think it's at 174. We better check this because we don't want no surprises. 174. If you start time stretching and you don't have the right time stretch, you'll just ruin the timing of the sample, because you won't be able to get it back to where you need to get it back to. So once you do a time stretch, if you remember, you can reverse it, or you can hit undo. But if you don't remember and you don't reverse it, you're going to be in trouble, because I've done that before and I had a good sound and I ended up not being able to use it because I messed up the timing. Alright, I better save because we're doing a lot of grooving. So yeah, I downloaded Sub Factory. I'm still trying to figure out how to work it, but I still got my MPC. Unfortunately for all of us, this is the last of the... Oh, I gotta hear the sound again. Oh, that's kind of like I call these textures, because that's what they feel like. They feel like they're textures to me. I gotta get used to the last of 2.15. sounds like the other one. That sounds like the other one too. Oh, let's do some more snare. So I like the drum loop, I like the snare, everything else is groovy. Let's keep it pushing. Now this is Inner City Life groove that holy man, that thing's like 2 megs. And maybe it's the real Inner City Life. Okay, let's check it out real quick. Okay, so we're going to take that and all of that, and actually we'll do it the other way around. We'll take that and we'll grab all of that and we'll discard it because that's a lot of memory to be wasting. So now it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't even know if I got the tempo right. I probably didn't. 85. So what's 85 double? That's 160 plus 10, 170. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So it should be timed perfectly because my main beat is 170 today. I was just checking the tempo on this particular. That one. Okay, so. So I don't think I'm going to be able to loop it. So put that on note on. I'm not going to be able to loop it because it goes over, but I'll put loop anyway. And it's a full beat. And I'm trying to play it over the top of my. Why is drum loop 2? Oh, do I still have it on solo? Oh, that whole thing is long? Whoa. Where am I at? Let's turn it off solo. Track mute. We're just going to listen to it because it's a full sound. It says 173 there. And it's good sound too. Alright, so let's try to lay it and see if it'll go timing wise. It says 174, but we'll see if it goes. It is off. I'm going to have to time stretch it. time stretch it, you get all these weird like situations. So it says it's 174, 173. I'm going to go ahead and time stretch it. 174. We'll see if we can fix it. It's exactly what I was telling you about earlier. Okay, so now we're going to see if we can time stretch it, and if I time stretch it correctly, it'll match up. But if I didn't time stretch it correctly, it'll drift. And that's the tricky part about doing things that don't really give you the indication of the BPM, and you got to wing it. But let's see how it goes. It's close, but it's off a little bit. So when it's off a little bit, you can come here and fine tune it. So I'm going to fine tune it. It sounded like it drifted a little bit, so I'm going to fine tune it back, and let's see if it fixes it. That got worse, so let's go forward and see if that fixes it. So it's less. A little bit less. A little bit less. A little bit less. Maybe one more. Maybe a little bit more. Wow, see it gets tricky. Okay, so now I'm going to do something else, because when I have sounds like this, and it's too much going on, what I like to do, and this is why I like the MPC, is you can come here and go to, what is it, air limiter, air flavor, which one is it? One of these, let's see which one it is. Air killer. One of these filters, I can drop all the the bass part. Is it air flavor? I don't think it's air flavor. It's one of the new ones they added in the last update. Air ensemble. And I thought it was one like air groove or something. Let's check it. Limiter, noise gate. Oh, is it air vintage? I think it's something vintage. That's what I think it is. So let's, not vintage there, but vintage here. Half speed phaser. It's they recently added it, and it was like an old school filter, and it really changes it a lot. Let's see, is it flavor? I don't think it's flavor. No, it's not flavor. Flavor's good, but flavor doesn't strip out low end or high end. This filter, when I find it, you'll be able to hear how much it cleans it up. Vintage filter, there it is. Okay, so check this out, watch. Actually, let's do it solo so we can hear it. So that's it. Now watch. So I want the opposite of the low pass. I want the high pass. Okay, so how much can we get in if we high pass it? Attack, depth, release. Maybe this. Not high pass. This might work. If I can get some volume on it, this might work. one loop and it sounded like. I had to clean up the timing. I gotta figure out. So this is where it gets tricky, and almost too tricky if you want to be honest, because I gotta clean up this sound. Alright, maybe let's just try a straight like a filter. Just a straight up filter. Man, this is getting tricky. So that's what I want. Okay, so I like the sound, I like everything. I'm just going to amp it up using some dynamics. Sounds like it's starting late too. We're going to tighten that up a little bit. Tighten it up just a little bit. And now I'm going to save because I've been doing a lot of stuff. So this is actually, I don't know what I would call this. I don't know what I would call this. I'm going to call it noise. Because, see, when you don't get the tempo right, you just end up struggling trying to make it fit. So I'll probably be able to play it, but since it drifts, it's not going to make the beat stronger, and I need stronger sound, so we're going to keep it moving. I got lots of sounds this time. That sounds cool. Okay, see, easy. It's always good to have one solo crash somewhere in the mix. One crash in the mix somewhere. I don't know when we'll use it. So yeah, maybe we'll find a sub-factory sound. Find another sub-factory sound. I like that. 127. Just for the sake of argument, I'm going to trust it. 127. 170, and then we'll pitch it. Sometimes I pitch it before, sometimes I pitch it after, but getting the timing right is really tricky. I didn't realize how much work it takes to make the loops match up. I used to think it was easy. You just, back in the day, you just press it and the sample would work. But with MPC, you have so much power, you gotta do more. Sounds messy, but it kind of goes. I'm gonna call it filler 2. If I take out, is that my drum driving? What's driving? Oh, that's the snare that's doing that. This part. That gets confusing. Okay, so if I do this snare, let's see if these two go, and then we'll bring the filler back. Yeah, it goes. And the filler. The end of that filler is drifting. See what I mean? Getting the BPM right on a lot of these is half the battle. I need a regular hat just to have. 64. Let's see if my life can get saved with a decent uptake on that. I don't know if it'll work because sometimes it's double, sometimes it's not double. It gets super tricky trying to figure out what each person who's making their beat, how they identify the tempo. See, the hat sounds on and off at the same time. By itself, I bet it sounds okay. Wow. I'm not going to keep it because I don't want to have to massage every single track. That's just too much work. I don't have to massage every single track because it's off on the tempo. When it's stuff like this, instead of written up here, you can't trust it. You really can't trust it. There's supposed to be a way you can get the timing. Okay, so now I'm going to try the other trick, see if it's double, and we'll just sacrifice this sound just to see if we could educate ourselves. So this technically is 65, right? 64.9, but I'm going to assume it's 65. So last time we did it as it said. This time we're going to take it 65, and we're going to double it, which is 120. And then you add the 5, so that's 130. So I'm going to assume it's 130 this time. But we're going to try to transpose this. We're going to try to transpose this if it's 130, just to see if our logic works, because I like having logic. And then we'll know which way to go for the future, and then we won't have this problem anymore, but we'll have it during this video, and you guys will also learn, just like I will. Okay, so now we assumed it was double. We're still going to put it on note on, we're still going to put it on loop. We're going to check, make sure nothing else is playing, and then we're going to try it. That was it. It was double. Check it out. Okay, we figured it out. So, anyway, that's what's fun about learning this machine and making videos, by the way. I'm up to video 509. It's 4 years ago from unboxing to where we are now. And it's been a fun ride, I ain't gonna lie. I've spent every week making videos for the last 4 years. Enjoying it. So that, we're gonna double check our theory, looks the same thing. See, 165. So we're gonna test our theory 130 because we doubled it, and then 170 because we get it to match the current sequence. And then this will be a triple check that it's double what it shows plus extra in some cases. Not always. Sometimes it's case by case, and you got to go through and figure it out and make sure it's right. But this will be confirmation. So check it out. That worked absolutely like I wanted it to. All right. Oops. Now I got some fills. Let's check memory because I've been keying and typing and all kinds of stuff in. And oh, we're still at 53. Okay, cool. So we're not going too far on the memory. Let's do a quick mini jam. So it'll go like this. It'll start here. It'll go. Alright, everything goes together. A little bit of hiccup, a lot of groove, 16 tracks. In the future, I guess this is going to be my tracks instead of my programs because you got to figure that out. But for now, we're going to keep it pushing. We'll keep the drum going, fill out. This one, it says top, but I'm going to change it to a name that kind of reminds me of what's going on, or at least can give me an indication of what's going on. So I'm going to call it Dirty. How about D-R-T-Y fill? Because it's a top, but it sounds like dirty. If I put a beat on it, and do a fill. Too much. All right, people. Woo. Where are we at? 45 minutes to do just that little bit. Man, I used to be able to get a lot more done in the same amount of time. Oh well. Let's keep it pushing. Let's do some more. Let's check out Sub Factory. Let's give Sub Factory some more love. Let's make another plug-in Sub Factory. And hopefully we don't break our machine. Let's just go in a little bit. Okay, so now I like the sound. It just sounds low to me. And it's too deep. So how do we sharpen that? Maybe we sharpen it with filters. Instead of trying to fix the sound, we'll do effects on top of it. Maybe that's the ticket. Let's see if there's a filter that'll clean this up. I need to tighten it. Maybe air limiter. So that's too much bassy. I need the other way. I need maybe EQ and filter. Oh, let's try this vintage filter here. See? No, that's still letting too much low end in. Oh, maybe air Q, Q EQ. Maybe go up. Maybe I was too low in the key register. Let's try something simple. Paid all that money for a plugin just to do this. Cracks me up. So that's a good sounding bass. It's a little higher, but it's plenty of low end on this track. All of that, plus the money I spent. Thanks out to Abe for telling me about it and me hitting the 50% off sale. So I got it for $40, $50, whatever it was. And just so I could have this solo bass. And I was going to get Model D, but Model D didn't go on sale, so didn't get Model D. Model D was polyphonic, so that's the only difference between the Model D and the Sub Factory in terms of what you might get with the Model D that you won't get with the Sub Factory. The Model D sounded pretty fat. Sub Factory sounds pretty low end fat, but it doesn't have the polyphonic. So maybe they can upgrade it and add polyphonic to it, because polyphonic Model D, you just get a little bit more usability. That's my sales pitch, 2 cents. Anyway, let's keep going. And I think I was at 10. I like the way that sounds. It says here 70, so let's take it at its word. I love it when they do proper metadata on their stuff. It just makes life easy for people who need proper metadata, such as myself. Because I'm a DJ, I tell this almost every video. DJ, not necessarily a keyboard music theory guy. Not that I'm hating on them or anything like that. It's just I got other skills. So. So that to me, I would call this a main lead, because this sounds like the main track. cut it off, so I'm going to try to go a little bit longer. Let's see if it just goes a little bit longer on the tail. Yep, perfect. Save. So I like it when you have a couple different variations that you could use. This is why I'm going to have to figure out how to do this in Arranger. Because in mute, I can just turn off the tracks I don't want. In Arranger, I'm going to have to think about moving it to where it belongs versus stacking it. Like I build mine like Lego bricks. I build a bottom, then I build the next one on top of it, then the next one on top of it. When it comes to Arranger, you're going to have to do that horizontally. This is done kind of like a vertical. I make the first track, take some stuff out, put some stuff in, make the second track, take some stuff out, take stuff in, put a third track. And I always base it on an original first track that has access to all the sounds. When you go to Arranger mode, I don't know how that's going to play out, but we're going to find out because this is the last of 2.5. That's what I'm calling this series. Oh, I need some claps. I need some claps. I didn't even check my time correct. I've been too busy typing. Yeah, let me also check some of the plugins. I mean, some of the kits. So I loaded some kits just to have some basic sounds. And I had it on autosave, but I turned off autosave because it was interrupting my flow. So let's find some kits. Didn't I load some kits? I didn't load any kits on this one? I thought I loaded some kits. That's kind of interesting. I was pretty sure I loaded some kits. Alright, no worries. No worries. Browse. Expansions. No worries, no worries. We got the one that I think that had the best kits. I thought I had drum and bass kits. This is EDM drum and bass kits. Load some kits real quick. I thought I loaded some kits. Yeah. Just load some kits, man. Stop stalling. Yeah. Load some kits. Alright, so we'll load one more kit and we'll save, and then we'll put some kits in here. Save, and then I'll check the memory. Because I thought I saw that I might be pushing it on the memory. I try to keep it at 70. Because I load, like you saw, it was like 16 programs worth of sounds plus 4 kits. So that's 19 versions of 16-pad sounds. So that's what, 16 times 10. That's 160, and another 16 times 10. That's another 160, almost. So that's like 320 sounds almost. And I use up 60% of memory. Anyway, where's my kits? I know I loaded some kits, so there they are. That's why I load kits. You'll sometimes find a sound like this. Uh-oh, it's gonna be too long. I forgot. Typically I need to put it on note on. I forgot to put it on note on. So I'm gonna record that over. I like my sounds to stop. And this I will call texture 2. This beat's going to be interesting because I haven't done a drum and bass beat in a while. Probably maybe 6 months or so. And now I got new sounds and new plugins. But that's not going to influence the direction. Like they say when you're doing the video. I haven't been paid to sponsor this. sounds just like the other one. That sounds like the perfect, like, high-end filler sound. Gonna turn off that one. So to me, this is another main. And what I'm doing is I'm picking the parts that I want to make sure and emphasize when I build the track out. I call them main. That way I can give them more weight or time in the mix because they sound stronger with the beat I've chosen. Sub Factory. You know what? I'm gonna have to say it. Sound Factory was a good purchase. I'm just gonna have to say it. I need to get this in there some kind of way. So it's a 174. Let's see if we can get this in here some kind of way. Because I like it when I have clean sounds. It just makes my life a little bit easier. And this is a clean hat. So I can use it to do a lot of things in terms of the groove. It's drifting. Oh man, why is it drifting? Take the bass out. Clap out. So this means my original beat drifts. To me, that's what it means. Because that hat is just not, it's not hitting right. It's just not hitting right. And it could be my fault because I used a loop in the beginning and that loop might not have been correctly timed. So, how are we going to fix this? We're going to do it manually. Now it totally goes. See, I'm going to give you a little bit of props. I'm going to call you hat main, but I'm going to have to hear it out because clearly this sounds really good. Like this. I like to practice that way I don't have to be surprised when I'm doing my layout. Currently in song mode. When it goes linear, maybe things will change. So I think when it's time to start doing arranger mode, I'm not going to have so much variety because here I can make 3 different drum loops and pick where they go so I don't have to like edit the drum track. I can just have a whole different drum arrangement. Which is why people get all spooky when they think about the new mode. I ain't afraid of it or nothing like that. I just got to change my process. Sounds all gritty and groovy, so let's go and We're going to clean it. Oh, I got to do time stretch. I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself again. It always makes sense to do the time stretch thing. Otherwise, you'll run into unexpected surprises, as you've seen in this video. And trust me, you don't want unexpected surprises in the middle of your video. To me, I call this grind. And I'm going to call it grind feel. Because it's not a straight beat, but it's a good sound. And if you don't have... Where's that texture coming from? This one. If you don't have this... I think it's technically a growl, but anyway. What I like to do is I typically like to build up at least 32 tracks, and then when we get the new 3.0, I don't know if I'm going to keep the same process. I don't think I will. Percussion. Alright people, we're going to add some vocals and then we're going to arrange this thing because there's a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on. And I don't usually do 170 BPM. I usually do 120, 130. So 170 is a little bit fast for me in a way that makes me have to figure out if I'm going to keep it going. Alright, so now I think we're on 11. Now, what I sometimes like to do, we'll do another experiment. You get this sound, right? And then you go to the editor, note on, and now we're going to speed it up to go with the beat. Okay, so actually, I'm going to do it the other way around. I'm going to time stretch it and then I'm going to pitch it and see if that gives me a better synchronization with the sound. I don't know if it will. Sometimes I try to figure out what's the best way to get a different pitch, and sometimes you got to do it manually. So this is my attempt at doing it in an automated fashion. Alright, so let's see if it goes. That's the most important part. It goes with the beat. Now here's where it gets tricky. I want to do a pitch down, right? So first we'll try it manually. Manually is this way. So 12 semitones, right? So you figure out 12 semitones, right? Then you go sample edit, process, pitch. Where's pitch? Pitch shift. And I want 12 semitones down. Do it. Now if this doesn't work, I'm going to undo it. Actually, it should time perfectly if I did it right. Alright, I'm going to keep it like that just because I was more trying to do the experiment than get the sound. And it worked. So the best way to do it is time stretch it, then figure out what pitch you want it at, and then pitch shift it. So here, I might pitch it up a little bit. Let's test. No, actually, I think it's good where it is. Most people would look at the notes and match the keys, but I do it by ear because I want it to sound a certain way, not necessarily fit grammatically. I want it to, sometimes music really moves you emotionally. It takes you places. So when you mess with the sound and you feel for it, other people might get what you feel. Maybe not. This one the same way, except that sounds sad. It sounds messy. This sounds subtle but distinct. And I like subtle but distinct sounds. That's my favorite. Because you hear them, and when you have the rest of the mix going on, they just give the mix a little bit of a polish, in my opinion. Because it's something that you hear, but you hear it subtly, but it sounds like it fits. So I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to see if it goes. Oh, actually, let's see what's playing. Percussion can stay. Hat man can stay. Clap can stay. I'm going to switch drum beats just to see. So I'm going to call this piano feel. And I'm going to check it against the other drum beat because it sounds like there could be a difference, ironically enough. This drum beat sounds very busy. If I switch it to the other drum beat, I'm trying to see if it'll retain that busyness, which I don't want. So let's check it out. See, it sounds cleaner. Sounds cleaner. So sometimes certain beats don't go with other beats. Let's keep going. So I like those sounds, but I don't like the way they're laid out. So here comes another test. We go to sample edit. We go to trim, and we're going to try to chop it up, but I'm not going to do it manually. We're going to do it by BPM. Actually, we're going to switch it back to manual, switch it back to chop. Actually, we're going to undo, so everything's off. And I got to fix the BPM before I chop it. So it's currently 121 because I wanted to do it by BPM. I don't want to do it by BPM, but I want to see if we can make it automated. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do it manually. Some people do it by manually, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 which is cool, but I want to try it automated. So put it on chop, put it on BPM. So I got it wrong, right? So undo. So now let's try threshold. That didn't work either, so now we'll try regions. So that didn't work either. So I might have to do it manually because it ain't working. Undo, undo. It's because the sound repeats. So if we're going to do a regular chop manual, you go not perfectly clean, but it'll serve the purpose because I'm trying to demonstrate more than anything else. So then once you get it chopped up to where you think you want it, then you go Shift, Convert, and I usually do new drum pad with new samples and new everything. Then I go back to my original, leave it alone, right? Then for this track, I go to my new chopped up track. And then on my chopped up track, I come here, make sure it's on Note On, Mono. I got them all. You can press, there's usually a, I think it's that one where you can make them all do it. You make them all Note On at the same time, but I'll just do it manually just so we're on the same page. Okay, so I got it chopped up now. I'm not going to mess with the samples. Alright, let's mix it up. So to me, that's noise. But if it was good sounds, you see the process. I was more trying to show the process than actually make it work. Let's check the time. Oh, it's hour 15. I need to lay this thing out. Let's get some vocals and keep it going. Because I try to keep it at 90 minutes, and I'm already at too much time. So let's get some vocals in here and then call it a day. How many tracks we got left? Got 4. So I got 4 to make some vocals. Okay, so then to make vocals, I usually put vocals in the beginning.
I'm a do-do-do-do. Listen, baby, can't be what you want me to. I can see the compelling up far above the. I don't know. Break it down. Dance. Give it.
Enter mode. Fire. That is incorrect.
We're going to go with this.
Enter mode. Fire. Enter mode. Fire. Enter mode. Fire.
So this will be enter mode, fire. Then the next one will be
Enter mode. Fire. That is incorrect. Fire.
I like to keep my vocals simple. Keeps me out of trouble.
Enter mode. That is incorrect.
Okay, we'll save. And I got 3 different vocals. I go enter mode, fire. That is incorrect. Fire. Okay, so I need one more.
That is incorrect. Fire. Enter mode.
Dance. Break it down.
Enter mode.
Break it down.
Enter mode. Enter mode.
Break it down.
Enter mode.
Dance.
I'll redo that.
Break it down. Dance. Break it down. Dance. Break it down. Dance. Break it down. Dance. Break it down. Dance.
Okay. Alright, so I got room for 1 or 2 more sounds, and then we're done. So we'll try to think of some variations. Oh, I know a variation we can do. Oh, and this is the last one.
That is incorrect. That is in. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
Now, double check the save, because here comes the arrangement part. Alright, so then when I come to the arrangement part, this is what I do that I'm going to have to figure out the flow on. I build my song one by one. So I'll start with like this, and start with like this. I'll start with this. So I'll go sequence 1, copy it to M1, right? And so now my first sequence sounds like this. And then I figure out what to do next. In this case, I think I'm just going to come with it. So I'm just going to go. So then I like that sound. I come up here, I go sequence, I go M2. This is how I make it. So now M2 is a little different than M1, and this like holding pattern is the proof of it. So this one sounds here. I'm here. So then I'm going to go
Fire.
I think I'll start with this. It'll go
Enter mode. Fire. Fire.
okay. So this will be my M3. And then what I like to do is it'll go
Enter mode. Fire. Fire. That is incorrect. Enter mode. That is incorrect.
So then this one is the way I like it to go. So we'll go M4, right? I think we're on M4. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we're here.
Enter mode. That is incorrect.
So here we'll go. I need maybe this guy. Maybe this guy. Nope. Maybe. Uh-oh. I pressed percussion before. So I got to check and make sure I didn't put it on number 4. I didn't put it on number 4. Okay, cool. You got to double check to make sure when it's playing, it's not playing the one that you just did. Okay, so we'll do this, M5, and then I like to bring the beat back a little bit, so it'll go. Then I like to go. I like to do this, just to kind of get a beat, a little breathing room. So it's kind of like a drop, so it'll go. So then from here, I'll bring in maybe this one, or maybe some other texture. This one. Let's check the texture. I think this is a little mellower, and then we'll bring the beat in. So then it'll come here and it'll go. here, I'll usually bring in the other beat, so it'll go. And then I'll make this one M7. And then periodically when I'm doing this, I like to save, because I'm building out the song tracks. I usually like to go to 20 or 30. And then just doing one straight sequence. This is the difference between arranger mode and song mode. This is how I use song mode, Lego style. So now it'll go. So now we'll go. So maybe we'll go. So we'll do this, whatever this is. I think it's just kind of quiet. We'll do this, so it'll go. I think this one's better. And then typically when I'm doing this, I like to bring a vocal in just to kind of mix it up. So we already did enter mode. We'll do this one maybe.
Fire. Fire.
This one.
Enter mode. That is incorrect.
I think we'll do that one. Okay. Just to kind of give you something else to focus on in the mix. So it'll go.
Enter mode. That is incorrect. Enter mode. That is incorrect.
So now it goes.
Break it down.
So this one sounds good. So we'll do M12. And now I'll usually switch it up so it'll go.
Break it down.
That. Then we'll go. We're going to have to check something. Usually when you press it that fast, sometimes it puts it on the other track. So I'm just going to check to see if I did that, just so I can show you guys why you don't do that.
Enter mode.
Put it on the other track. I didn't put it there yet. Here's this one.
Break it down.
Then it goes here. And see, I had pressed the keys too soon. Now I'm ready for that other piece. So now it'll go.
Fire. Fire. Enter mode.
So then this one becomes M14. Now I want to try to get back to what my original beat is. So here's what.
Enter mode. Fire. Fire.
So we'll do this just to kind of give it a little bit of breathing room. So it'll go. So then we'll go this one. Maybe this one. Yeah, we'll do that one. It's just filler beat. Filler groove. Okay, so save, because I'm saved in a minute. So then this one goes. gotta let it finish before you start editing. So it goes.
Enter mode. That is incorrect.
Okay, so now this is where it gets tricky. I'm halfway through the groove.
Enter mode.
I don't know why it's doing that. That's scary when it does stuff it's not supposed to do. So to do this, okay, now this is where I usually get towards the end. So now I'm actually, oops, 20. Should be 21. When I get here, I'm already trying to think of how to wind this thing down when I'm doing this mode. So it goes.
Break it down.
So now it goes. So now I want to end it. So I got to be very careful about the songs I choose, or the tracks I choose. So this one will go M24. And now I need something to finish it off. So it'll go. Okay, so now I think I can do this just as filler. 225s, 25, should be 26. So now I'm struggling because now I need to get back to the ending and I'm all over the place. So let's go with maybe. I need another sound. Where's my other texture? This one? That'll work. So now we can wind it down with this one. So it'll go like this. I don't want to run out of battery power. I'm too busy typing. Let's save. Alright, we're a minute over. Okay. But we're almost done. This is like the second to last, or second to third to last. So it'll go. this one, I think I'm going to add this. So it'll go
Enter mode.
around 28. Okay, so it'll go
Enter mode. Fire, fire.
So now I'm technically finished. So what I'm going to do here is go here and go here, and it's going to go.
That is incorrect.
And then I'll put the crash in there, and this should be the last one. So then let's play it.
That is incorrect.
And that's it. So what I do here is I usually come here and I usually put end. And now that's my whole song. Then I save it. Sorry, 2.15. This is the last of the 2.15s. I had fun with the 2.15s. So that's how I do my flow now. We'll see what changes when I get the new mode. So then I go to song mode. I put it on overdub, and then I just type in the tracks. Because I played them in sequence when I was putting them together, Lego blocks, so they all fit. And I go to the second bank. I go here, 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 until I get to my end. There's my end. I put in my end, and then I go. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. This gonna be the beat.
Enter mode. Fire, fire. Enter mode. That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
Break it down.
Enter mode. Fire, fire. Enter mode. That is incorrect.
Break it down. Dance, dance.
fire, fire. That is incorrect.
That's how it goes. See you next time. DJ SharpMC. Peace.